So Sharon, I wanted to sit down with you this morning just to go through what we've been working on lately. So the last week we've been busy putting together a materials and finishes scheme for a project in DY.
Yep.
What can you tell me about this project?
It's a commercial boarding group home. It's got an average of 25 rooms. So all the finishes are pretty much commercial with in mind that it's going to be used a lot. I had a brief given to me to just use standard finishes. Obviously it was a cost issue, so we have to be mindful of that when we're doing large projects.
So where are these products sourced from that you've specified?
Okay, try to use like local suppliers. We do specify local suppliers whether or not the developer or builder does go ahead with those, but we do try and encourage them. I used some colour tile at Narellan. Wayne and Sharon there are fantastic. So this is a colour through vitrified and rectified tile, which is porcelain finish, which porcelains are a lot stronger than a ceramic tile. They have a vitrified and rectified edge, which means that the edge is square, and so therefore it looks and appearance a little bit less grout. So more so that it was a stronger alternative to a ceramic tile because it's obviously going to be in a high use area. Also to just try and keep within budget, we used a ceramic wall tile which it's gloss, so it's going to be easily cleaned, and it has a vein through it. So because the brief was not tiling to the ceiling, obviously another cost issue, the vein gives the room some interest, especially when we're using standard vanities of white. So also it masks a lot of dirt as well. So we have to keep all those things in mind when we're selecting tiles. Also the other products aren't locally sourced, but they're very well known. Polytech and Laminex. They have laminate and melamine products, which again keeps the cost down in joinery for kitchens. We're really lucky now. The selection of finishes are unbelievable, so that it can look similar to stone or give the same sort of feel or effect without the cost. So, and also a lot more serviceable for bench tops in this setting.
Right. So would you have done anything differently if you had a different level of budget?
Yeah, so I was very lucky within this brief that they did want timber floors, and that's normally a higher end sort of selection strip flooring, which is we've used spotted gum, and strip flooring can be sanded back 5-10 years and resurfaced and look like new. So I can understand why they want to use that. It's an Australian timber, which is very good, and it's hard. It's a hard wood. Okay, what would I have done differently? So I would have offered them a stone alternative.
Okay.
The next level would be like a 20mm stone, then a 40mm stone.
Yep.
Probably I would still have stuck with the porcelain floor, but I would have then gone to the porcelain wall, and that gives you expands your selections, as in the same floor and same wall is the same colour. Okay. It also gives you different sizes in the same tile. So that would have, and then obviously the cost would be more, and I suppose the tiles get larger, 600 by 600, yeah. 1 metre by 800, up to sometimes 3 metres by 1.2. Wow. in a porcelain tile, which is, so that, again, depending on the level of budget. And polyurethane, probably kitchen joinery, that's the next level up from melamine for all the joinery. But as you can see, I've provided them with a high level finish using the standard product.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to do. You don't necessarily always have to go to the high end product, especially within your budget. Choose that wisely, like where you can select it. Yeah.
All right. Beautiful.
I think we're going to be joined by a friend. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the end of our little interview. So I look forward to seeing the end result. and we can show our viewers as well.
Yeah, maybe also too, before I forget, we could look at how the brief was. I already had the external colour scheme selected by the architect.
Right.
And it's very important for me to see a flow from the external to the internal.
Right.
And that is something that I'll be presenting strongly to the client.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks, Sharon.
That's okay.